Hey guys, glad to get to chat with everybody today. It is Monday. It is 1 o'clock, and we are ready to rock. Super fired up about so many things this week. Just some of the things I see going on. I'm going to read the leaderboards in a little bit. You should hear the number of recruiters we had this week. People are getting serious about building this thing, and that's got me crazy fired up. Let's get right into the numbers, and then we'll get into some other stuff. All right, so all producers over 1,000. We're going to start with Vanessa Davis, $1,102.08. Joanne Ellis, $1,126.32. Jason Aversa, $1,409.04. Diana Castile, $1,835.88. I went out in the field, $2,181.24. Austin Heater, $2,251.08. Kim Diaz, $2,449.68. Isel Barnes, one of the new direct agents we've got here, $2,603.73. Billy and Ada Crane, $4,311.36. Mark Hutchison, $4,525.92. Sean Quigley, $4,869.60. Mimi Ramiro, $6,000. Gustavo Mercedes Terran, $8,193.96. And I'm telling you, Gustavo and Mercedes, they're getting ready to make a serious run this year. I'm telling you. Jeremico Edwards, $9,653.52. Sabrina Floyd, $9,722.64. Evan Patzer, $11,016.60. Way to go, Evan. Number one with us last week. Keep on rocking, dude. I know you got big plans, big things on the horizon there. All right, top 5 key leader and above groups from last week. Jeremico Edwards, $9,653.52 in his key leader group, outside of his 2 key leader legs. Remember, he's got two key leader legs in Billy and Ada Crane and Rogers and Kim Straughter. Number 4 would be Mark Hutchison's key leader group, $9,906.96. Number 3 would be my group outside of all key leader legs, another $11,106.72. Number 2 would be Evan Patzer's key leader group, $12,425.64. And number 1 would be Eduardo Soto's key leader group outside of his 3 key leader legs, another $14,176.08. Hey, one note on the leaderboards. Every week I get texts going, hey, my number was higher than that. My number's higher than that. And I'm with you. I agree. And I want to read it off at the higher level, believe me. But here's what I need. I need you to send in any e-apps you write, if it's with AIG, National Life Group, or Great Western, any e-apps you write, please send those in to Holly. Let her know that the policy name and the APV, policyholder's name and APV, so we can add that to it. Because for those 3 carriers, AIG, NLG, and Great Western, the data feeds don't include e-apps. And we don't know when they'll have that fixed, but that's just, it is what it is for now. So while it is what it is, I want to make sure you get your recognition. So AIG, NLG, and Great Western e-apps, make sure you send us your information on the policyholder name and the APV so we can get you recognized, because I want to read off a bigger recognition number for you. All right, let's go to recruiting. And this is the part that got me crazy fired up. Here's why I get excited when recruiting goes up. Don't get me wrong, I get fired up when app count goes up. I get fired up when premium volume goes up. Man, we've had some crazy spikes over the last 6 weeks in app count and premium. That gets me fired up. But it doesn't get me as fired up as recruiting, because the app count and the premium volume, that tells us what was. The recruiting leaderboards tell us what will be. And so that's why the recruiting part gets me way more excited than the production part, because that tells us where it's going. Listen to all the unique recruiting agents this week, all with 1 direct completed fast track. You got Kyle Fawcett. He's under Evan. Mark Hutchison, Diana Castile, Karina Alarcon, Roxana Lau, Kim Diaz, Sabrina Floyd, Noel Wilson, Zachariah Ward, and Austin Heater, all with 2 direct completed fast tracks. Evan Patzer and Ashley Howell with 3 direct completed fast tracks. You got Shadayla McLaughlin, and Shadayla, you just keep on coming. I'm telling you, I see your name all all different places. I love it. With 5 direct completed fast tracks, you got a tie between my base shop here at the office and Hunter and Sammy White. That's a new direct couple to us that I believe in big in you guys. Rogers and Kim Straughter in second place with 7 direct completed fast tracks. And number 1 again this week in completed direct fast tracks, Brandon and Ashley Beal with 10. Enrollees in licensing last week with 1 direct enrollee licensing a piece. You got Jason Aversa and Mark Hutchison with 2 direct enrollees in licensing. Brandon and Ashley Beal, Sabrina Floyd with 3 direct enrollees in licensing. Evan Patzer, and with 4 direct enrollees in licensing. My base shop right here led the way. All right, completed new agent contracts last week. These are people ready to hit the field. Evan Patzer, Karina Alarcon, Roxana Lau, Rogers and Kim Straughter, all with 1 direct new completed agent contract, people getting out there, getting ready to help some families. My base shop had 2, and then tied for first place with 3 apiece. You got Shadayla McLaughlin and Brandon and Ashley Beal. Very, very cool. Very cool. That's the reason I get excited about that is what predicts the future. That's what predicts what will happen. The people that are recruiting are the ones that are going to grow. This business is so boringly predictable. It's just the people you hear those names, those are the ones that become key leaders and agency managers and on up. And so every week, put yourself on that leaderboard. Put yourself on those recruiting leaderboards because that's what predicts the future. That's what predicts the future. Recruiting drives production. Be crystal clear about that. Andy Albright taught me that 18 years ago, and I hadn't forgot it since. Recruiting drives production. So when I see those recruiting numbers go up, that's what gets me fired up. Come on with us. All right. So today's call is going to be a shorter call. I know a lot of people are traveling, things like that, and I wanted to get a short, simple, clear message out. And of course, we'll post this on our YouTube for anybody that wasn't able to be on the call due to travel this week. But here's what I want to get at. I want to get at a very nasty word. That's what I put up on band. I said, I'm gonna say a very nasty word today on the Monday message. And so get ready, because here's the nasty word. The nasty word is this: potential. And you say, I thought potential is a good thing. No, if someone says you got a lot of potential, that means you're not using it. Does that make sense? Like here's what I want. I want to have 0 potential left. I want to be operating at peak potential in all the areas of my life that matter. Peak potential, operating there, not having a bunch of potential. I've got, Lord knows I've got relatives just like you do that have a ton of potential. How do you know they have a ton of potential? Because they hadn't done anything with their life. They hadn't done anything that matters with their life. They got a ton of potential, but it's just being wasted. And so that's what, for me and you, I don't want us to have a bunch of unexpended potential. I don't want us to have, I don't want people to point us to go, they got a lot of potential. They could do something. They really could be an EVP. They really could be a board member. They got potential. I don't ever want that said about me. I want to know that I'm operating as close to my peak potential as possible. In fact, the best thing someone can say to me is, you got no potential, bro. you have no potential. Because that means we're actually operating at a level close to excellence. You see, you can't have excellence and still have a lot of potential. You look at it on a scale. On one side of the scale would be potential. The other side of the scale is excellence. You can't get to excellence holding on to potential. Having a bunch of unused potential is the furthest thing from excellence. And so what I want to share today, I want to share 7 quick things on potential, how to use your potential, how to get the most out of your potential, how to make sure you are on that side of the scale as close to possible as excellence. It's hard to stay on excellence all the time, but we just want to stay as close as possible as we keep moving forward. As far away from unexpended potential as we can be. That's where we want to get. And that's what the 7 things I'm going to share with you today will help with. They will help with having 0 potential left. All right, let's get started. So number one way to use your potential is to stop looking for shortcuts. We are in a shortcut seeking world. Yeah, we joke around, right? I mean, people stand in front of the microwave and tap their foot. Like, come on, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, right? That people want to microwave success. They want to microwave having a great family. They want to microwave having great relationships with their kids. They want to microwave having a great business. They want it fast. They want shortcuts. Well, let me tell you something, and this is something you already know. I read today in a book, it said people need reminders way more than they need teaching. And so this is something you and I both know. All the good stuff's uphill. There's nothing worth having that comes at a discount price. Nothing worth, no victory is worth it that comes at a discount price. I mean, how many things do you hold dear to your heart that you just didn't really work that hard for? I mean, think about it. Do you hold anything dear and dear to you that you're like, yeah, I didn't really have to work hard for that one? No, what's the stuff that you hold nearest and dearest to your heart? It's the stuff you fought the hardest for, the stuff you worked the hardest for. That's what you hold nearest and dearest to your heart, is that stuff. Not the stuff that came to you easy, not the stuff that somebody just, just was laying there and you picked it up. No, stuff you fought hardest for. That's the stuff you hold nearest and dearest to your heart. And so with potential, the number one thing that we've got to give up, in fact, the first two are things we've got to give up. And the number one thing we got to give up is the shortcut mentality. How do I shortcut to where I want to go? All the good is all the good stuff is uphill. And when you come down to it, we all would like for it to take less time. It's like I was talking to Billy Crane. He's making a big investment in growing his team. And I said, bro, plan on getting no positive results for at least a year. Is it going to take a year? No, but that's the mentality I want him to have. Does that make sense? Because I want him to be successful. If he's thinking I'm going to make this big move to grow like crazy, and by next month it's going to show up, or even in the next 2 months I'll be massive, he'll be disappointed, and disappointed people often give up in the pursuit, and I don't want that. And so I said, well, plan for a year. But I get it. I want it faster too. But when you think about constant shortcut addicts, like the shortcut addicts that are always trying to shortcut stuff, it's one of two things that drive people to be shortcut addicts. And don't get me wrong, we all would like for it to go faster, but I'm talking about shortcut addicts that are always looking for a shortcut. There's two things that come into play. One, and neither of them are good. One is arrogance. The other is laziness. The arrogance part is, hey, I shouldn't have to work as hard to get what other people have gotten. I'm better. I'm more talented. I got more God-given talent, so I shouldn't have to work as hard as everybody else. Bad call, right? Arrogance. The other is laziness, just not wanting to put in the work. Remember, anything worth having is going to be a fight. It's going to be hard work. You want a great family, it's going to be hard work. It's not going to be easy. You want a great business, it's going to be hard work. It's not going to be easy. And so that's why we just got to let go of this thought of there ever being a shortcut. Now, are there best practices? Yeah. Can you learn a lot from people that are kicking your butt on the leaderboard? You better believe it. I mean, when I wanted to crank up our base shop, who do you think I went to? I went to Kyle Cater and I went to Andy Riddle because I wanted to see what best practices they were using, right? So there is such a thing as best practice, but what I'm talking about is shortcuts. The shortcut mentality of the world around us. We can't let that get inside of us, because that will absolutely kill our potential. It'll kill our using our potential. We'll be like most people. We'll die with all our best music inside of us yet. All right, number 2. Leave the safety of circumstances and excuses. Leave the safety of circumstances and excuses. Circumstances and excuses are very safe. There's a lot of safety there. If you got circumstances in one hand and excuses in the other, it's so safe. It's like a blanket. Why? Because anything that doesn't happen isn't your fault. The fact that Megan Wood is kicking your butt is it's not my fault, because I got my excuses and I got my circumstances. I'm just wrapped up in them. Oh, my circumstances and my excuses, they keep me safe, right? Can you see how that keeps us far away from excellence and keeps us with a bunch of potential still left? Absolutely. It's circumstances and excuses. You got to let go of both of them if you want to move towards excellence. If you want to expend that potential as you're moving towards excellence, you got to let go of it. You got to let go of it. It doesn't matter whether it's business or family or whatever. You think about people do that in their family life all the time. They would behave better, but you got to understand the way I was raised was like this, and you don't understand that I got this going. Don't need to behave better, right? But you got to let go of them. You got to let go of them. And I say the safety of them because they do provide a sense of safety. However, it's like cotton candy. It may take away the hunger pains for a little while, but you're still going to be emaciated if you don't get a real meal. That's cotton candy. Same thing with excuses and circumstances. It's just like leadership cotton candy. You can think, okay, so it's okay if I'm getting my butt kicked by so and 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 so. It's okay if I don't make enough phone calls. It's okay. I got circumstances. I got these excuses. Let go. Let go. Let go. One of the best definitions of torment I ever heard is to be forced to watch a movie of what you could have been moments before you die. Think about that. What I could have been, what I could have done. Torment. And now you can't do it. That's torment, right? Well, I don't want you having that. I want you using all your potential. And so me and you both, here's what we'll do sometimes. We'll let go of them. We'll get after it. We'll face some early disappointment. Because remember, if you're going to do something big, you're going to have to push through a lot of disappointment, especially early on. So we'll let go. We'll get on that journey, and then let me pick them back up. Pick them back up. Pick them back up. Does that make sense? Let go of your blankie. Let go. Let go. Just keep going. Push through that. Push through that early disappointment that you will always face in doing something big, really doing anything worth doing. All right. Here's this definition of excellence. And if somebody will post this on Band, in case I forget, I love this definition. Excellence is setting standards that scare you. Setting standards that scare you. If your current standards don't scare you, me and you aren't going towards excellence. If our current standards of behavior, our current standards of attitudes we'll allow ourselves to have, thoughts we'll allow ourselves to think, if our current standards don't scare us to death, just the thought of living up to our own standards, if that doesn't scare us, we're far from excellence. But I love that definition. I read that this morning early. Set standards that scare you. That's how you get towards excellence. How are you going to do that? Let go of circumstances and excuses. All right, number 3, act fast. Now, ACT it stands for something. I'm completely drew a blank on what that is. Act fast. Here's what ACT means. Apply, change, teach. Apply, change, teach. Apply, change, teach. Now, when do you do this? Anytime someone that has the fruitage speaks. Apply, change, teach. So you hear Megan Wood talk about how she's just wrote 23,000 this week. She continues to do that. Continues to put up those high numbers every week and recruiting and putting in new agent contracts. So if somebody like that says, I'm doing this, apply, change, teach. Mike Leventovich, you look at their recruiting numbers. You look at the fact that he's a qualified vice president. You look at the fact that they have gone through some stuff and pushed through it successfully. He's hosting the activity call last Friday. He says something, apply, change, teach. Andy Albright's going to teach stuff on Wednesday on the TWC, apply, change, teach. So how does that work? I hear it, so I got to apply it. How do I apply that for me? And what does application always insinuate? Change, right? We can't apply something and not change. So then we make the change, and then to lock it in, we teach it. It's hard to teach something you're not doing. It's hard to teach something you're not doing. We always say that the leaders at convention, like when Andy gives you a topic, it's either something you're killing or something he needs you to improve on. But it's one or the other. Why? Because it's hard to teach what you're not doing. It's hard to teach what you're not doing, at least for people like me and you. Now, most people, they're fine being hypocrites. God knows that. You see, it's crazy. You see parents like tell their kids, never give up, never give up. And then they roll over and quit on themselves first time it gets tough. But that's not me and you. For people like me and you, we can't teach something we're not doing. So that's why apply, change, teach. Anytime someone that has the fruitage is speaking. If it's something in your family life, somebody's got a great marriage, 40 years, great marriage, and they say, hey, I do this. I buy flowers once a week. I leave love notes. I do whatever it is. Apply, change, teach. All right. So that applies. I'm not doing that. I need to do that. So I'm going to start doing that. And guess what? I'm going to start telling people about it. Apply, change, teach. That will just squeeze our potential out of us and keep us moving towards excellence, because all 3 work together. All 3 work in combination. Apply, change, teach. Do it fast. Anytime you hear someone that has the fruitage talking, do it fast. All right. Number 4, long-term. Think long-term. Why is thinking long-term so important when it comes to using up our potential? Well, that requires us to think down the road. If we think down the road, we're more likely to act in today. You see, most people don't make a disaster of their life because that was the plan. They didn't graduate and go, you know what? I think I'm going to take the next 40 years and just get not much done. In fact, I'm hoping if I play my cards right, at the end of, this next 40-year run I'm going to make after graduation, if I play my cards right, I could be deeper in debt. I could totally blow up important relationships in my life. I could probably have at least a few of my kids alienated from it. Nobody makes that plan. But the problem is so how do people end up there? They don't think ahead. They don't think about today. What I do today matters like crazy in the future. What I do today will be amplified by time. Hey, if I eat 12 chicken wings today, it won't hurt me today, right? I'm not likely to go pound 20 chicken wings at Rocky's and then get on the scale and go, oh my God, I gained 50 pounds and I'm sick and I got all these problems. No, that's the problem. Does that make sense? But if I go, I better think in terms of moderation because I'm going to be 50 at some point, because I'm going to be 60 at some point. Does that make sense? Thinking long-term is key to moving towards excellence and away from potential. It makes us do things in the now because we realize that time amplifies the actions of today. Think about this. Every day, what could have been gets closer to never was. Every day, what could have been gets closer to never was. What's the only antidote? Action today. Action on the stuff we know we need to do. That's the only antidote. Otherwise, we'll wake up tomorrow and every day, what could have been gets closer to never was, eventually becoming never was. Can you see how thinking long-term would help us take action today so that we don't get 30 years down the road and still have a bunch of potential? So that way we get 30 years down the road and we are dang close to excellence and we're happy and we're fulfilled. Think about this. You never know what's going to come except for we know there will be obstacles. That's why recruit and build a team now. That's why don't wait till you're good in the field. I remember early on, Andy Albright was talking to me about building a team and I was like, yeah. But, and I said all those things that everybody thinks unique to them. My friends, the people I know, they need to see me get results first. Plus I need to learn I said all the same stuff. Andy cut through it going, what if you're bad in the beginning? And I was like, that thought hadn't really occurred to me. And he said, what if you're bad in the beginning? I know this. If you stick with me, I'll get you good. Look at all the people that we've got good at this. I'll get you good if you just stick with me. But what if you're bad in the beginning? I need you to have a team so you got something to lose so that you'll keep moving forward. Because I know I can get you there as long as you stay with me. And I was like, okay. So started building a team from the word go. And the reason I'm hitting this is because you don't know what the future holds, but I know it's going to hold more obstacles. I was talking with a new recruit about just the system we've got, that the whole team works together. Everybody helps each other and you can build a massive empire. And I was talking to about Holly's back surgeries. Those of you that are newer to the team, you may not have met my wife, Holly, yet, but she's amazing. You've got to meet her. She's just awesome. You'll love her. Ask anybody who's met her. But she went through a year where she had 3 major back surgeries over the course of the year. She had a herniated disc at the bottom disc, herniated. They went and cleaned it up, herniated again. They went in and did another surgery to clean it up. And then finally the disc collapsed and they had to go in and do a fusion and all that. Well, let me tell you something. During that year, nothing about my time in the business could have been considered full-time. Why? Because I was so tied up taking care of her and being there. And it's just one of those things that comes up. Thank God I had a team. Does that make sense? You never know what's going to come. So you better start building today. I'll help you. If you're on Soto's team, he'll help you. We want to help you. We want you to win. But can you see how thinking long-term gets you closer to excellence sooner? Instead of pushing it further out, it pulls it closer. Thinking long-term. An obstacle is coming. Will you have the mass to survive? That's what I get up every day and think about. An obstacle is coming. Will I have the mass to survive this? All right, number 5, think beyond yourself. People that have a ton of potential don't often think in terms of others. And if we think about some of the people maybe we picked up in our mind that we're related to or whatnot, that just aren't doing much with their lives, who are they thinking of? Isn't it typically number one's them? Isn't it typically what they get? That's why you hear them complain all the time, right? Nobody thinks about me, right? In order to move closer to excellence, we've got to shift our thoughts to thinking of others. Think about this. What we've got coming out, and I still believe it's going to be June 1st, but what Andy's got, we were looking back and forth, sending images back, the Super PAC stuff that is going to come out on June 1st is amazing. You'll have the opportunity to do large, high levels of production, move up the levels fast, and have a huge platform off of which to build something that matters. You'll see 2 types of people jump on that. You'll see people that are thinking above themselves and people that only think about themselves. The ones that only think about themselves, here's how you'll see them, because they'll just go grab a higher contract. In fact, they'll even like try and, sandbag and do all that stuff that low performers do just so they can grab that high contract, and then they'll fall right back to their previous levels of production. Is that excellence? No, that's not excellence. That's a ton of potential still inside. You saw what you're capable of. Why would you go back? Why would you go back? Let me tell you something. People do that stuff. They're not happy. You can't have fulfillment and not be pursuing excellence. You can't have a bunch of potential left and be happy and fulfilled. And that's why anytime that we drift towards the potential side and away from excellence, for high performers, we're always uneasy because we know we got more. We know we got more. And it's crazy. It messes with self-confidence too. Remember, self-esteem is your reputation with yourself. The fastest way to deplete self-esteem is to do less than you're capable of. So think about that formula. I go out and have 2 massive months, grab a high contract, and then fall back. That's not excellence. It hurts self-esteem. It's a mess. Don't go there, right? What will you see people pursuing excellence do? They're going to look at it as a platform to do something great. They're going to look at it as a platform to continue to inspire others. They're going to look at it as a platform to fund and build an empire. That's what they're going to look at it as. So me and you, we know which way we're going to go. We're pursuing excellence, but it's anytime something like that comes up, you can sort out real quick who's serious about excellence and who's going to die with a bunch of potential inside them still. Me and you, let's go pursue excellence. E-X-C-E. Siri's helping me spell excellence. That's the only word it picked up on too, out of all things I said. That's funny. All right. Here's why I talk about this, thinking of others and excellence. Your inspiration is needed. Let me be crystal clear. Your inspiration is needed. The world is a less place with you as a less version of yourself. The world is a better place with you, a better version of yourself. And it doesn't matter what world you're talking about. You'd be talking about the world of the alliance, the world of your family, the world of whatever. You being better makes it a better place. Your inspiration is needed. So when we think of what we're going to do, we think in terms to pursue excellence, to get away from potential, we've got to think of others. Those of you that were in my living room for the brunch with Andy Riddle, you heard what he said. He wanted to go change the world of recruiting for the Alliance to inspire the Alliance. That's why he's got the crazy results. Does that make sense? That's why he's going to have the crazy cash flow from it, because he's thinking above self. All right, number 6, urgency on the right things. Key to expending potential. Urgency on the right things. What are the right things? The right things are the basics. The right things are the things that work. The right things are the things that you hear people that have achieved teach. Urgency on those. The people that die with a bunch of potential still inside of them, they're constant tomorrow applicators. They're going to do it tomorrow. They're going to do it tomorrow. They're going to do it next month. Tell you what, when things settle down, not me and you, we got to have urgency on the right things. Andy Albright has taught this a million times to me, a million times. Communication plus urgency equals currency. And you could say that just about any of the basics. That plus urgency creates currency. Urgency on the right things. Today, not tomorrow. Sell and recruit today, not tomorrow. Book 40 appointments this week, not next week. Recruit this week, not next week. Invest in ads like Billy Crane talking last week, crazy going, I'm going to put $2,000 a month. I'm going to invest $500 a week in building. Do it today. Don't do it tomorrow. You heard him say that last week on the call. Take action today, not tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow is the busiest day of the week for people that won't get anything done in their lives because they're going to do it all tomorrow. That's not you and me. Me and you are going to go get it done today. All right, last one. And this is the sustainability of pursuing excellence. Have fun in the process. That's how excellence becomes sustainable. Have fun in the process. There's so much fun in what we do. I was talking to one of you and you said, wait a second, we were having a conversation. I was like, they said, you were talking to New Width on the weekend? I'm like, yeah, why not? What we do is fun. It's not work. It's not work to inspire others. It's not work to care. It's not work to help people through their personal problems. It's not work to help people be better versions of themselves. It's not work to encourage people to come with us on the journey to excellence. It's not work to get into a family's house and address their needs and put a policy in place that will help that family have dignity in the future when they face uncertain events. I love what we do. It's fun. Does that make sense? It's a lot of fun. Have fun in the process. Now, here's one thing I'll tell you about fun. We sometimes need to connect the dots to have fun. We need to connect the dots and go, wait a second. What we do is really pretty fun. What's that called? Perspective. Perspective. You should come into the office and hear my crew here recruiting, looking for new talent and width. They have a blast. Why? Because what we do is fun. Does that make sense? The same exact activity, some people call a grind. We call having fun, making money, make a difference. That's what we do. So have fun in the process. There's so much fun in what we do. Sometimes we have to connect the dots to keep our perspective because it's easy, right? We live in a world of pity party people. Good Lord, that has an effect on us. So sometimes we can lose a bit of perspective, but there's nothing about what we do that's hard. It's a game. It's a giant game to me. How many no's can I get out of the way as early as possible in the week? How many people can we get rolling with us this week? How many people can we get to have watched the message next week? You understand? Like it's a game. It's a giant game. And so if you keep that perspective and keep those dots connected, pursuing excellence won't be something that you get tired of. You won't be one of these weekend warriors. You won't be one of these people that lives for holidays like today where they've been looking forward to it all for the last 2 months. They've been looking forward to having too much to drink and too much to eat this weekend. That was a big plan for this weekend. No, that's crazy. Me and you, we have fun. We have fun doing what we do. That's why I couldn't wait to get in here and chat with everybody today. That's why I can't wait to talk with you later. That's why I can't wait to talk with you tomorrow. That's why I can't wait tomorrow to come in the office and see which new people in width are moving, which people are closer to finishing their tests, which one are testing this week, which ones are running their first appointments, which one. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun as long as you keep those dots connected. Guys, I hope that helps you. I hope those 7 things help you. In fact, I know they'll help you if you'll just put them into work. Let's me and you remind each other of those things moving forward, because here's what I know. Your talent and your heart and my talent and my heart moving away from potential and towards excellence is going to create magic. It's going to create crazy things. It's going to create crazy fun, crazy impactful, and I can't wait to watch it unfold. Guys, Holly and I love you. We can't wait to see you in person. Me not traveling out there getting to see you guys is just driving me crazy. I want to hug so many of you. It's just making me crazy. But I can't wait to watch the video unfold as you and I keep moving that way. Holly and I love you. We're here to help. Anything we can do, holler at us. Y'all take care. Hammer down.